Empathy, understanding without surrendering. Empathy sounds, well, wonderfully simple. You notice how someone feels, you understand it, and you respond with care. Lovely. Until someone is angry with you, disappointed in you, jealous of you, or explaining the same problem for, I don't know, the 17th time. Then empathy suddenly becomes less of a noble human quality and more of an advanced endurance sport. In Steven Stein's world of emotional intelligence, empathy is the ability to recognize, understand, and appreciate the feelings of another person. But there is an important detail. Empathy does not mean that you must agree with them. That distinction has saved me considerable time, energy, and honestly, several imaginary arguments in the shower. Suppose a colleague is furious because they were not promoted. Empathy does not require me to say, "You are right. The decision was outrageous. The company is clearly run by fools." It may simply mean saying, "I understand why this is painful. You worked hard for it and expected a different outcome." I recognize the emotion without automatically accepting the entire story built around it. That is empathy, not surrender. Empathy begins with noticing. Someone says, "I'm fine," while looking as though they have just swallowed a small piece of office furniture. Their words say one thing. Their face, voice, and behavior say another. Low empathy hears the words. Higher empathy notices the contradiction. The second step is understanding. This means temporarily leaving your own point of view and asking, what might this situation mean to them? That question matters because the same event can mean very different things to different people. A cancelled meeting may mean nothing to me. To someone else, it may feel like rejection. A small criticism may sound useful to me. To another person, especially one who already doubts themselves, it may feel like proof that they are failing. Empathy tries to understand the meaning behind the emotion. Then comes the third step. Responding appropriately. And this is where many people become slightly confused. An appropriate response is not always advice. In fact, advice is often what we offer when we no longer feel like listening. Someone says, "I'm worried about my future." And within 7 seconds, we are producing a complete recovery program, including networking, exercise, magnesium, and a new morning routine. Very efficient. Also, slightly unbearable. Sometimes the empathic response is simply, "That sounds difficult. What worries you most?" No solution, no lecture, no inspirational quote involving mountains, just attention. Of course, empathy can also become unbalanced. Some people feel everything. They absorb the mood in the room, carry other people's worries home, and feel guilty whenever someone is disappointed. That may look compassionate, but it can become exhausting. Too much empathy without boundaries can lead to people-pleasing, avoidance of difficult conversations, and the strange belief that you are responsible for everyone's emotional weather. You are not. Empathy works best when combined with assertiveness. I can understand that you are upset and still say no. I can appreciate your disappointment and still defend my decision. I can recognize your fear without making it my fear. That balance is honestly just essential. Because real empathy is not becoming the other person. It is remaining yourself while making genuine space for their experience. It also helps to distinguish empathy from sympathy. Sympathy says, "That is terrible, I feel sorry for you." And empathy says, "I am trying to understand what this is like for you." The difference may seem small, but it is not. Sympathy stands at a distance. Empathy moves closer, not to fix, not to agree, not to rescue, to understand. And perhaps that is the practical lesson. Before responding to someone's behavior, try to identify the feeling underneath it. Before correcting the facts, understand the experience. Before giving advice, ask one more question. Because people do not always need us to solve their problem. Sometimes they need evidence that, for a moment, they are not alone inside it. That is empathy, not softness, not agreement. Simply the discipline of understanding another person without abandoning yourself. Captain Help, smarter every day, in every way.